Bang. Right. Hello. Game week 15. Well, game week 15 is almost upon us. I'm joined today by two beautiful people, Elliot and Owen. How are we doing, boys?
Was it two people and Owen?
No.
Yeah, I'm doing well
How are we
today.
doing? How are we doing? How about you, Al? All good? All good? All good in the hood?
Yeah.
So yeah, we just wanted to do this, I guess, little preview before game week 15. Get it in before Christmas, as the game week 15 deadline stream is likely to be a very hungover one. So thought we'd get this one in, get all the knowledge whirring before you get us just kind of blabbering on the game week 15 deadline. So who wants to go? As we're discussing, let me just turn this on. Bang, and let's have some light. Either of you want to go first, or with the teams, or am I going to put it on you? I guess I'll put it on you. Owen, what are we saying?
Put it on me. Okay. Well, plans to get rid of Tarek Lamptey to begin with. I
Tariq.
like owning him,
Yeah.
but it's been a bit of a frustrating one. I think he's missed 3 of the last 5 games.
Yeah.
And hamstring injury. It's just not worth owning him.
No, it doesn't. Like it's I can imagine it being a frustrating one, because he's kind of a player who has such good potential, or such high potential to do
he's
well.
Really exciting to watch when he's playing.
But if you have the possibility of him, he has a high possibility of, if they're getting a clean sheet, him getting taken off at the 55th minute or whatever. So it's just not worth the hassle.
Exactly.
Of owning him.
His replacement would be pretty clearly Vlad Kufal.
Sufal.
Who's been doing well.
The man himself, the man, the myth.
Also, obviously, got the double game week fixtures in 19.
Yeah. I would say watch out for he's due to price rise at some point this week. He was on 95%, I think, yesterday, down to about 90, but I definitely watch out for that.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to take my time with it, not do it.
Not rush it. I kind of rushed it in yesterday. Sillily so, but it is what it is now. It is what it is. Probably gone.
This week I've got 2 free transfers as well. I plan to use both of them in switching Callum Wilson, who's been a bloody good asset of mine.
Oh, he has, for sure.
To Bamford.
Patty B.
Who I've missed out on. Obviously, I'm late to the game.
I wouldn't say, in comparison, I feel if you probably look at Wilson for the time you've owned him, and Bamford for the time you've not, you probably haven't lost out that much.
All I've lost out on is price rises, but
yeah, I guess. But
I've been happy owning Wilson. It's just the next 3 fixtures, particularly, I've got no interest in owning him in.
Oh no, for sure, and especially when sort of Bamford's fixtures turn perfectly in that direction as Wilson's don't. It lines up for quite a nice and pretty simple transfer, you'd say.
Exactly, yeah.
Any plans of Conser going? Because he's got the kind of illness. We don't really know much more about him.
I don't know exactly what's on him. He's missed 2 weeks. I don't know how long lasting this illness is. I brought him in to have the Aston Villa coverage because obviously they have Martinez in that. But the next few weeks, at least anyway, I'm not. I wouldn't imagine that.
You're not particularly bothered.
Yeah. So in future weeks, I do plan on changing him.
Yeah.
Who for though?
That's questionable.
On my mind at the minute, I want Robertson.
You want
Robbo?
Robbo?
Can't afford him.
Yeah.
And the only person who I can think of making way for him is De Bruyne.
Yeah, De Bruyne is definitely one that I'm thinking about getting rid of as well. There is a transfer that both me and Elle have done this week. A man called Stuart Dallas, who we've both bought in, who could be a potential replacement for Conser, has a very nice double game at 19 as well.
That's very true, yeah.
So, what about a Salah captain? I mean, that's just
It's like every time I've not captained Salah, I've wished I had.
Yeah.
It's like he's never not good.
He's never not good. And talking of, we have a comment in from Mr. David Middlemass saying triple captain Salah this week. Now, you know what? I feel like he's potentially joking, but not actually a bad idea.
No, Point Predict is predicting potentially 10 points from him.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, just for me, like I feel like the double game week coming up, I think I'd rather hit the triple captain on him rather than a single game week. But like, it's still, very high points potential for Salah this week. So
yeah.
if you
Can
want
easily score more goals against West Brom than against United
Yeah,
and Burnley.
exactly.
combined.
So if you want to hit that triple captain, Dave, you go right on ahead. Yeah.
One of them things, triple captain, isn't it? Like, if you do it,
Yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it?
you
It's
get a
one of
return.
those things.
It's nice to just get out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
You
fun.
don't have to worry about it. It's not looming over you.
Partly gutted I didn't hit that button. First
Yeah,
first day of the
it's okay.
season. Just get it out of the way because Salah always, if he's at home first game of the season, you can just rely on him to absolutely bang.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, Owen? I think we've covered that team pretty nicely. What about McCarthy and Net? Are you happy with him going forward?
I've no plans to get rid of my keeper. I think I'll only ever consider getting rid of him much later down the line, probably around the next set of blank game weeks after we've got our second wild card.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
Southampton's fixtures, like they're not desirable to have a defender in, but it just sort of seems a waste to get rid of him.
I think actually, what are your thoughts? Are you going to keep Che Adams? Because I think for the double game week, he actually doesn't have he's got okay fixtures for that.
Yeah, I mean it's Leicester and Leeds away.
Yeah, it's not someone I'd necessarily be looking at. Like Leeds are a very vulnerable kind of defensive side, so
yeah,
you could easily
Leicester are
grab a couple of
on and
goals.
off.
Exactly, bit of
How
hot
long
and
is he
cold.
out for? Because if he's out for the good double game week as well, surely.
I mean,
we'll go through
yeah,
it.
it's a hamstring. It's a hamstring injury, so
Mm.
he's not going to be back soon, I guess. That's why some
I
people.
think Adams is a nice pick for that double game week then if he isn't playing.
Well, he's probably a nice pick anyway. To be honest, it looks like Adams. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's played 90 minutes, or at least he's started and played and got to the 60 mark in every single game.
Yeah.
So the rotation worries of Adams has kind of, I guess, disappeared this season, and he just
Non-existent, yeah.
he just does look like a pretty solid pick, to be honest. Let's take a look at the team. Transferred, already made, done and dusted.
Yeah.
What we saying? What we thinking?
Avoided the price drop of Chilwell. So Chilwell to Dallas just for me this week, just the one.
Just the unit.
Free for a bit of money. I was going to get
Yeah.
rid of Chilwell anyway, but I was going to keep him for the Arsenal game and then transfer him out. But obviously that ankle injury.
Yeah.
in the last
Yeah.
game,
I mean
during the transfer
that
earlier.
wasn't ideal for you. Can't lie. Didn't expect it. When I saw the 60th minute, I go on and I'm just like, oh, Chilwell's been substituted after 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't mind as much. I felt bad for Owen and Eke who were so close to 100 and.
Oh, you should feel bad for me. I didn't know
I was gonna say. I mean, Owen doesn't know the geezer.
I was very glad that you went off.
Oh, did you not have him?
Well, no, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, you were and you weren't. You were smiling behind crying. Yeah,
you were taking him over.
Felt for East because he needed 6 points from 2 players, which is like seemingly a very doable. But I guess it does kind of requires a return from at least one of them, if you know what I mean. It doesn't seem like loads of points, but like one of them actually does have to return. But I guess he would have got that Chilwell return had he not gone off injured. So I guess bit of hard luck there. Any other thoughts? We've basically now got the same team now. So when I change to my team, there's going to be one player, pretty much, basically one player different.
Yeah. You've got Kufal and I've got Cresswell, but basically going to get the same points.
Yeah.
And then you've got Dyer and I've got Target.
Darren Target, and I actually like that. I've also got an extra player on the bench. You've got Mitchell and I've got Klein, so I've got a playable defender on the bench, which will be turning into Charlie Taylor next week. That will be happening.
I'll be doing the same with Target, I think, to be honest.
Target to Taylor.
Because I think it's Chelsea, United, and Spurs,
Yeah.
isn't it, the next fixtures.
Yeah, it's not great. You
Best-
probably
best
don't want to have the
defence.
double up. I mean, you don't really want to have the double up against Palace. If I'm being honest with you, it's just not a team, not a good team to play against. Especially considering we got battered 7-0.
Before Sholo got injured, I was going to take Target out, but I just quite like how high he was getting up.
Yeah.
The pitch against West Brom.
Surely you've got you must have like $1 million in the bank then from Chilwell to Dallas.
I've got, more than that, I think. To be
Is it?
but that's been saved for
Oh, that's
later plans.
That's all money. That's the mystery, the forever mystery.
Forever mystery.
Any other thoughts?
I want to bring in some more United players. I think I'm just enjoying watching United at the moment, enjoying being a fan at the moment.
Yeah, So we'll make this into a bit of a United segment because we've always got to have it when you're on the show, Bell. So what's no, it's it's good if you want to discuss. I mean, I think I'd love to do a Palace segment in a minute. I could do a Palace rant segment.
It's probably because the last 2 games have been against Sheffield and Leeds, but
yeah, I mean, Leeds haven't been the
playing well.
easiest side to play against this season for a lot of teams. So you know, Scott McTominay. What we saying?
I didn't really rate Scott McTominay either, to be honest. I wanted Pogba to play, but
Yeah, I mean, both like that first goal. Ole's at the wheel. You're getting behind it now, are you? You're getting behind it.
Yeah, I've changed my YouTube name as well.
Yeah, what Ole's at the wheel? No way. Because after that Champions League defeat, I know you were not a
Yeah.
You were more at what? Sorry.
More good about the Istanbul defeat, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it's like, I think we mentioned it on a previous podcast.
That's probably where you lost it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Istanbul.
But, no, I saw a stat that after we got demolished by Spurs, since then, sort of points taken, will put us second.
Yeah. You've got a game in hand, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
So you're looking all right.
2 points off Liverpool, I think.
Have you played Liverpool this season? Has that fixture happened?
We haven't yet, actually.
Oh, so that'll be a big one. It's at Anfield, isn't it? So I was going to say if it's at Old Trafford, it would benefit you, but.
But at the moment, I don't think we can win the league with the centre back partnership we've got, to be honest.
No.
So
I think
if we're being serious about a title charge, I think we have to sign a centre back in.
Which one to get rid of though? Because I actually think Maguire's having an okay season. If I'm being honest.
I think individually, Maguire and Lindelof are quite good. Like Maguire's top for sort of aerial duels in the Prem.
Yeah.
Lindelof got that goal. But together they're appalling.
No, I just found that fun how Maguire's top for aerial goals. Lindelof he just went in and scored a goal. That's about it.
Yeah. I quite like Lindelof.
He's good, but as you said, as a pairing, they probably need someone with a bit more speed to come in and cover. Yeah, I mean he's a baller. I don't think he quite has the pace he used to, but probably quicker than Lindelof still.
Oh, he's quicker than them too, yeah. Donkeys at the back.
Donkeys at the back. Mate, you're fifth in the league. Or are you fifth? Third? Third.
Third at the moment, yeah.
So you're third with the game in hand. I mean, you're looking pretty tidy. Liverpool will drop points. I mean that's going to happen. They're not defensively. They still look poor. So I think definitely their points will be dropped to smaller teams. If the smaller teams can get their act together.
It's part of the reason I was so frustrated in summer though, because you wonder if United had made the transfers they were supposed to make. Well, United had we brought in Upamecano,
Yeah.
Brought in another CDM.
Hey, but
brought in another-
had you not put in Cavani, then you wouldn't have been Southampton.
Yeah. So looking back,
How about that?
Cavani was a good signing. I just wasn't very happy.
He's
Absolutely.
he's a baller.
You were supposed to bring in Jadon Sancho, and in the Bundesliga, in over 900 minutes, he's not scored a single goal.
Yeah, he's flawed,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
I think I think Sancho is a lot of. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player, but I think there's way too much hype because he's young and English.
Yeah.
I don't think he's worth. If you bought him for over 100 million, not worth it, mate. Not worth it. He
Said if you're in a team with
doesn't provide it.
it's like it's hard to get any part of the goals.
Yeah, it's true. City are definitely knocking on that door as well.
Or struggling to score.
Huh?
Or struggling to score.
No, until they want to. But there's those rumours that they at the end of the season, in the summer, they want to buy, or even in January, depending on how they're doing, they want to buy Haaland from Dortmund, and then that team would
Let's see why you
be
go.
mental. I mean, Haaland, like, if he goes to City,
Survived.
that team, you know, it goes from a very good Prem team to like best team in the league, just by him going there. To be honest.
There's still those Messi rumours as well that are lingering about, aren't there?
Oh mate, De Bruyne, Messi, Haaland, fuck me.
Can you imagine?
I mean, I reckon Messi still goes because his contract ends, and once his contract ends, they can't force him to stay anymore. And City are probably
I think
one.
he's more likely to go to PSG.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not many clubs that could afford him, but City and PSG.
City, PSG, and probably United.
Yeah. I'm not sure we'd get Messi though, to be honest.
I don't think he'd go for me.
I absolutely cannot see Messi in a United jersey.
Nah, I can't see it either.
I can see him in a City one.
Yeah.
Absolutely not in a United one.
For sure. And then there's all the rumours about Ronaldo to United, whether that will happen.
Juventus want him off their
The wage bill.
Off the wage bill, yeah,
so there's still talk of a Pogba
Mhm.
Ronaldo swap deal,
for sure.
but whether that'll happen, I'm not sure. Especially because if it happened in January, Ronaldo would then be playing in the Europa League.
Oh yeah, that is right. That is very true.
Which is it's a bit embarrassing for him. But if we manage to keep Pogba till the summer,
Yeah,
and say we come second or third in the Prem, get back in the Champions League,
yeah.
then,
Get Ronaldo back in that
everyone
Champions League.
Isn't blinded by his Sancho desires. 'Cause I'd take Adama Traore.
I don't know. I feel like if he was blinded by his Sancho desires, Sancho would already be in that United team, surely.
Yeah, but he thought he could barter with Dortmund, didn't he?
Yeah, I guess.
United had the money ready to go. We just, were sort of
Stubborn.
trying to get them down from 108 million to 100 million. And it's like last year you renewed Phil Jones's contract for 5 years on 120k a week.
Good old
you
Philly.
can't afford that extra 8 mil for Jadon Sancho. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, brilliant
Wayne Rooney
businessman.
phoned-
Go on.
Wayne Rooney phoned Solskjaer this week about getting Phil Jones to Derby County.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Getting him to Derby. What, on like a loan or something, or?
I assume so. I don't think they'll be able to afford him.
I
No, I
can't
was
think that
gonna
they can
say.
afford the wage bill.
No.
120k a week.
They'd have to do some kind of like split wage bill, probably.
70-30, I'm sure United would take.
Yeah, definitely. Because I couldn't believe that Phil Jones is still only 28. It feels like he's been around for ages.
Yeah. I mean,
But like, Max Ferguson promised him as England's best youth defender.
yeah, very true.
Yeah, I know.
Like, considering he left in 2013, he has to been kicking about for a while.
I mean, to be fair, you never know. Under if he stayed under Alex, then what could have been.
Anyone could be good though, couldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
Right then, any
I hope we get some more United maybe.
yeah, any more in United?
I think that's it.
Can't think. It's good. All jolly in the United camp at the minute.
As at the moment,
No
we've got
no
to
doom
lose
and
our
gloom.
next 3 and then back to square one.
I mean, you've got
But,
Leicester. Actually, Leicester's always is always a good test, isn't it? Of sort of how your season's going. Because all of a sudden, the talk about Spurs challenging for the title has gone from them being challengers to them being bottlers after they lose to Leicester.
yeah.
So
I
But where are
think
Leicester in the table?
they're second.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're high up, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's just that it's just the way
It's
that
really bizarre 'cause it feels like they lose as many games as they win.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's weird how how much the narrative is kind of changing this season.
The fact that City are in 8th place
Mm,
and Leicester in 2nd,
yeah.
when Leicester just feel like I don't know, like they're a team which we're in the past few years been used to seeing finishing well.
Yeah, get up there for sure.
But the fact that I don't know, it's just bizarre that they're able to be 2nd place with the way that they've played so far this season.
Yeah,
Do you
they
think
just kind of
Leicester
pick results up.
Oh, sorry.
Go on now.
I'm gonna ask you both a question. Do you think Leicester replaced Arsenal as a Big Six team?
I think it's impossible to imagine a Big 6 team.
Yeah, I mean it's just like when
Or
people
top 6 rather.
yeah that's the thing in this current era they most definitely are, but I think when people refer to Big Six it's always the kind of historical Big Six.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them Big 6. Certainly top 6. Like when you play Leicester, you're fighting for a win.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way of differentiating. They're not the Big Six because the Big Six is kind of based off, how big the actual individual clubs are historically. But top 6, you don't include Arsenal in that, and you probably most definitely do include Leicester.
Yeah.
So completely.
Who are in the top 6 now? Who do we think? The teams which you rely on to finish in the top 6 places.
Liverpool straight in there, probably City straight in there. You probably just go Spurs, Chelsea, United. Probably the teams you're looking at. See, Wolves are just scraping outside of that, but not consistent enough. Same with Everton.
Wolves, West Ham are that sort of like 10th to 7th place.
Everton are a weird one.
Everton
They're always
on the door, to be fair.
they're always they're a bit ahead of kind of Wolves and West Ham, but they're not.
Southampton be put in that little bubble as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Southampton definitely up there. Of the kind of the ones that have come up and sort of looked more stable and are actually pushing forward, rather than just kind of relegation scrapping every year. They're actually.
I mean,
What are you saying, Bell? You cut out.
You cut out there.
oh, they got. Oh, sorry. Even Villa are 9th with 2 games in hand. If they win those 2, then
Yeah, I wouldn't quite put them up there yet, though. I think they have the potential with a few more signings.
If they won the next 2 games, which they have in hand, then they'd be on 28 points, put them in 2nd.
Very true. They're 2 games in hand as well. I think they're. Are they United
What
City
happened
or
to Sheffield as well? 'Cause they've been sussed out big time.
I know that's one. I think they've been 1 or 2 key players injured. 1 or 2. Well, one player, Dean Henderson, lost, which definitely does make a difference. I don't think Ramsdale's a bad keeper, but when you need someone who makes them kind of game defining saves, and I think they're definitely missing him. They're missing O'Connell as well. He was very sort of key to how they played, and they're just not good enough really.
They've taken 2 points in 14 games.
It's the worst start in the Premier League history, I think.
for anyone.
Yeah, well, after the United game, it was. It was the worst start, so I can't see that. I know they picked up a point against Brighton, but I can't see that sort of that 1 point really changing it too much.
I mean, on their current record, after 38 games, they're looking at 5.5 points.
I think Derby were the worst team in Premier League history with about 14 points.
Oh yeah, I remember that season.
So Yeah, for FPL, stay away from Sheffield United.
That shouldn't be news. It is.
But,
It is news.
I'll play massive sirens in the background. Oh my god! Alert! 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 Breaking news! Stay away from Sheffield United.
I'm saying this, and I brought in Brewster last week.
I doubled. Yeah, but I think Brewster, like, probably the only. He's not even really playing. He's just the only 4.5 mil attacker who actually gets any kind of points. So he gets your solitary 1 point and may even pop on and actually score a goal. I don't understand why they're not playing him consistently. Because it's not as though
something needs to change. It almost doesn't matter what, does it?
Yeah.
You might as well try it. You've got 2 points.
It's like he's a youngster who definitely has potential. Even if, like, the thing is they've bought him for 20 mil. It's not as though like he's on loan for Liverpool and they have to like give him back at the end of the season. So, you know, there's no point developing the player. They own the player. So if they go down to the Championship, then he will still be there at the club. And I can't see a reason why he wouldn't stay there as well in the Championship. Because he needs the game time. So I don't understand if it looks like you're going down, use the opportunity to develop a player who will probably most definitely almost single-handedly bring you back up to the Premier League if you give him that time to develop.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Like, because Liverpool were quite sad to see him go.
Yeah, they have a buyback clause as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they go down to the Championship and he still doesn't get game time,
yeah,
then like surely like that Sheffield losing this player his opportunity to go back to a big club.
Yeah, not only that as well. They're losing kind of, you know, it's kind of best of both worlds if he has the potential to go back, because it means he's done well at Sheffield and Liverpool want to buy him back, which means Sheffield then make money on the player. It works very well for both sides if they give him the game time to play well. So moving on nicely, we have a question coming in here saying, "What is your blank and double gaming plan?" So I will
take us back to FPL.
I will that question will just completely segue us back into FPL, which is nice. as we're talking about Sheffield United and their woes. So yeah, blank game week. I think I can speak on behalf of all of us. Is going to be a free hit. I'm pretty sure, having talked to you guys, that is the plan. Absolutely. And then double game week plan. I think we're all differing in what we want to do. None of us have wild cards, but certain transfers are being made. I know, El, you don't want to quite disclose yet your double game week plans, for fear of certain people watching.
It's also the fact that I haven't completely thought them through yet.
You haven't thought them through yet. And it's based on a lot of if buts and maybes.
I need a couple of price drops first.
Price drops. You're relying on dropping. Whose price are you relying on dropping for the double game week? I'm sure you can give that away.
I don't know. I need to do the sums.
get your calculator out. What about you? What about you, Owen? Well, any double game week plans?
As you said, I don't have a wild card. Use that very early on. So it's in these next coming weeks about slowly bringing in a couple of the players which I'm excited to have in that double game week. Those double fixtures.
Mm-hmm. So I guess Sufal definitely being one of them.
Yeah, Kufal obviously, who I'm bringing in this week,
Mm-hmm.
and Bamford also having the double game week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some talk from some people about using a triple captain.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of, if I was going to use a chip, so some people that thinking like, you know, wild carding into a bench boost. I don't mind that at all. But for me, the Mo Salah at home 2 games, I couldn't really ask for much more in terms of like an obvious triple captain pick for me. So I think
is that bench boost for the double.
Bench boost for the double, so yeah, wild carding into a bench boost for the double.
Well, how would they do that? So obviously the blank is the week before.
Because you free hit game week 18 and then bench boost for 19.
So we do wildcard, then free hits.
Yeah, wildcard free
Then
hit, then bench boost.
I don't want to. Even if I had all those chips available, I don't think I'd like to use all three.
Or
in
like
sort of the
that
middle
sort
of the
of.
season.
Yeah, and I don't see it as it's not too bad of a strategy, but then I guess when coming out the other side of that, like I'm gonna do a bench boost wildcard video, and then once you come out the side of game week 20 after having used the bench boost, your team is very kind of disjointed because you have a lot of playing players, but sort of a lot of like sort of budget, and it's harder.
Yeah, not all
once.
your money in big places.
Yeah, exactly. It gets a lot harder once you come out of the side of the bench boost to then make effective
It almost
transfers.
makes more sense to have slowly got the transfers ready to bench boost and then wildcard out of it.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
There is also
Although
double game
although
week
19
as well.
is you wouldn't be able to use a wildcard.
yeah. You do if
after
you
that.
still have your first wild card, then you have to use it by game week 16, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got my team up here. I've brought in a few players. Brought in 3 players actually who are very viable options come game week 19. I've got Dyer, Sufal, and Dallas, who I'll most likely play. Charlie Taylor's got a double game week as well, so he could be he's playable. Probably will be on the bench when I bring him. I'm bringing him in next week. But I think I most likely will triple captain. I'm also thinking this. I'll reveal it. Why not? My master plan L that I've been on about. I'm gonna be going De Bruyne. I'm gonna give you a stab in the dark as to who I'm bringing in for De Bruyne.
De Bruyne out
De Bruyne out. Who's coming in?
in time for 19, is it?
Yeah, for the double game week. Who's coming in?
Rashford.
I was debating, but actually Sadio Mane.
Oh, Liverpool double.
Liverpool double, and I think I'm going to do it for game week 17 as well. So when De Bruyne plays Chelsea, get Mane in for the Southampton game, which
Free hit.
and then free
Nice.
hit, and then get him in. So yeah, that basically my plans for the double game week. I've sort of brought in 3 players this week, who I'm pretty much gonna use. I'm gonna have to take the hit on. I mean, actually, Aston Villa have.
How many free transfers do you have? Do you have 2?
I had 2 free transfers, so I took a -4.
So just minus.
So it wasn't the end of the world. And to catch, I think all of those 3 players are going to price rise at some point this week. So
Yep.
it was worth it to me. And I think with Sufal as well, I don't know if I was talking about this to you, but because I need to get Sufal in before the price rise, it meant that I was going to have to -4 him at some point over the next like 2 or 3 game weeks. So I thought may as well do that now when he's got this coming week is the best fixture he has. But yeah, let us know in the chat what your plans are for the double game week, if you can fit it into a few sentences.
I think we need to bear in mind as well that there will also be a double game week in game week 26 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my plan would probably tend to keep my bench boost for that other double game week.
Yeah, I reckon because there's. Go on now.
Because at least 2 of those fixtures will be Liverpool away to Sheffield and Spurs at home to Burnley.
Yeah.
So depending on what they double up with, it could be
Could be saucy.
game week.
There's also talk of a blank game week just before that as well. So I think the plan might be to sort of
Yeah,
Make-
23?
make kind of free transfers aimed at the blank game week, and then wildcard into like a bench boost or something would be the kind of obvious way of doing it.
Yeah, but that game week won't be anywhere near as small as 18. I think it's only two teams that.
Oh, is that? I've seen one blank. People talking about a blank game week where it could be between 4 and 6 teams out, or four and six.
10 of them
fi-
out, isn't it?
No, sorry, 4 and 6. It might have been 4. It was either 4 and 6 team or 4 and 6 fixtures. If it's fixtures,
Okay.
then obviously it'll be pretty
That's not too bad again.
similar. But But yeah, the plans for the double game week are pretty, I think, reasonably simple in all our camps, considering we don't have wildcards, so we have to use the free transfers we've got. Make some potentially wild moves like you're gonna make, El. That would be the thing, actually. If there was, like I said, I think for game week 17, I would bring in Rashford if a double game week were to happen then.
Yeah.
De Bruyne to Rashford.
Current plan, at least, is to make money for Robertson by going De Bruyne to Mahrez, but I'm 0.1 away from it to afford De Bruyne to Rashford
Yeah.
and Robertson.
I see. That's not too. Yeah. I'm sure that could be. It's always it's so annoying, but there's 0.1s because you're like, I surely can find this somewhere, but you can't find it without taking out another player who then has -4, -8, so on, and it just becomes this whole like,
is it worth it?
Is it worth it? So this guy says 9 players for the blank, which is I was definitely debating doing that 9 players for the blank game week, because I could have done, but also the players that I would miss out on, I feel like I would lose a lot of points from not having, Kane, Sterling, Wilson, even like Vardy could be a viable option that week. I feel like there's a lot of points to be missed when it's just such a clear chance to free hit. He's going to go for the free hit on the double game week, and well, I quite like that free hit for the double. It means that you can get all the players you want to, and then wildcard out of it. So I'm assuming that you're sort of tailoring your free transfers now towards the blank game week, and then
fielding 9 on the blank.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends which 9 you're fielding.
Yeah, like
I know that you were thinking before about you could field 9, but that would include having to play Brewster.
Yeah, it'd be Brewster, and then against Newcastle, who I'd probably go for like 2 Newcastle defenders, so on. It just wouldn't. I looked at the team and I was just like, this is not a particularly nice team.
No.
Yeah. I would literally just be hoping to scrape by, and that all the big players didn't, like that Kane, Sterling, Vardy, Wilson all blanked, and I feel like I'd just be hoping for a little bit too much there, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, all reasonably simple. So we've got my team. How I'm feeling. I feel pretty good for game week 15. I know your projection for this week, Owen, is a 68 pointer.
69 now. Yeah.
69 now. Is that?
I think if things go close to plan, and if my free hit team on 18 goes well, I could be looking at about 350, 360 points in the next 5 game weeks.
That's when you're averaging well over 60 points.
About 110 points.
With that 69 points, did you make the transfers of Bamford and Soufal?
Okay. Bamford and Soufal.
I was going to say, if that wasn't including that'd be like a 70-odd point prediction.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to take the full -8 and get Mahrez and Robertson in, like 72. I'm being told. My
word. Although, did you watch the Man City game, or did you just look at the lineups? Did Mahrez play in the Carabao Cup? Yeah, that's one thing I was going to say to you about the Mahrez transfer. Is Mahrez has just played a full 90 minutes in the Carabao Cup, along with Diaz and Cancelo. So they're definitely doubts for the weekend.
Yes, and Cancelo all played 90.
So I can't see. In my mind, I really don't think Cancelo plays this weekend.
No, because neither Mendy or Walker played last night.
Nah. I feel like Mendy, Walker play, but whether Diaz still, because he definitely does like Diaz. Using him as his main.
Go back to central defenders, they don't require as much rotation.
Yeah,
they don't do as much running.
Because the fullbacks are always sort of up and down the line. The centre backs do a lot of kind of just standing still on the halfway line. And you don't.
Diaz won't be surprised either way. If he plays, then he plays, but he could also do a double up of Ake and Stones.
Yeah, or Laporte as well, because Laporte's meant to be. He just hasn't been favouring Laporte, but you probably would favour
Played
Laporte
last
over
night, scored a
Ake.
goal.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Maybe he's trying to slowly bring him back into the team then. But it bodes well
It's not
for
an easy game
John
against
Stones. Yeah, I mean, what is? Let's have a little segment on Arsenal, because they're a team that involves a lot of discussion at the moment. What do we think about the situation at Arsenal? I blundered last night with Arteta out. I fell for the Twitter.
I did wonder. I was trying to find that everywhere.
Yeah. It was just the first thing I saw on Twitter was like, I think it must have been like a fake Sky Sports News account. That just said like, oh, alert, Arteta has been sacked. So yeah, I got hard baited there.
We've all been there.
All been there indeed. Yeah, pretty dire situations for Arsenal at the minute.
Yeah.
They've definitely got personnel to avoid relegation. But whether they get themselves out of the slump.
But is it an issue? Like, I think you've got to pin down what it is that's wrong. Is it an issue in management? Is it an issue in what is being asked to do, or how compliant they are in what they're being told to do?
It seems like it is an individual player like thing, because for them to have 3 players sent off in the space of 3 or 4 games, like that's nothing. I guess you can argue that management could do something in terms of, like coaching the players to keep their head or whatever. But
I mean, so often you see managers getting sacked around this window, but is it necessarily the manager's fault that the players aren't, doing what they're being paid to do?
Certainly, if it was a younger player losing their head, like say like Reece James did for England, then you can maybe blame it a bit more on coaching because they're young and sort of they need to be coached, they need to learn. Yeah. But for a player like Xhaka, like Gabriel, even Gabriel's quite young, isn't he? But like a player like Xhaka, who's old, meant to be more experienced, just to lose your head like that is completely, I think, on him.
I mean, he doesn't have a head.
No, there you are.
In terms of if he does have a head, it's always hot. Like he sees red and everything.
Yeah, and it was the challenge going into it was just like, why? I think some of the decisions there I don't know about, because they're getting rid of the likes of Torreira, who's been very good for Arsenal, and keeping Xhaka, who's been very up and down with the club.
Apparently Guendouzi's doing alright.
Yes, like he is. Yeah.
Hertha BSC, isn't it?
Yeah, Hertha.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Hertha, yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
Scored a screamer last week.
Scored. Did he? Did not know that. So I'm going to transition us onto the fixtures for this weekend.
I've just had
this.
to be fair.
Oh! Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Alert.
Ben Chilwell and Reece James are going to be out for at least the next 2 games.
At least the next 2 games.
And Kieran Trippier's
Reece
been given
James
a 10 match
as
ban.
well. Kieran
Match back?
What for?
Yeah. Breaching betting rules.
Oh.
Betting? Wow.
Silly boy. Silly boy.
Football again until 28th of February.
Well, there's his
This is the first leg of the Champions League.
Did you see what Diego Costa said about Suarez talking about Atletico Madrid?
No, what did he say?
Oh, Diego Costa was out for a few games, or some games, with an injury, and Suarez wasn't scoring. And he said, the bastard wasn't scoring, and as soon as I'm back, he scores 2.
I guess the pressure's on. Otherwise, we've been going for 50 minutes. It's been good so far. I think as tends to be the way with these streams, we'll go through the fixtures, and then that'll round us up nicely, I'd say.
Ready for lunchtime.
Ready for lunch, indeed. So I think we'll probably. I guess if you boys are around for the deadline, depending on how hungover you be, actually, it's probably better we go through them in more detail now than then. Just in case the.
I'm not sure I'll be around the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say just in case the heads are probably gone. So Leicester Man United. I go to UL as our resident Manchester United supporter.
3-1 United. I think.
3-1. You think concede, but still win.
It'll be easier to say after I see the lineup for tonight.
Are you Carabaoing today?
We are Carabao.
Surely Bruno gets a rest.
I hope so.
That would be silly management.
Yeah.
Give him a rest. Bring him on in the 5th minute. He'll score 2.
Who is it you're playing?
Everton.
Oh, it's Everton, isn't it? I can see them putting up a reasonably strong side for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they'll want it.
I don't really care about the Carabao Cup, to be honest.
No, yeah.
Rather focus on the
bit bigger fish to fry.
title charge.
3-1 Leicester.
3-1 United, I think.
3-1 United, yeah, sorry. I can get behind that, to be honest. Fulham Southampton.
Maybe 3-2.
3-2. See Leicester scoring there. That's the big thing.
I think Vardy could make mincemeat of Maguire, to be honest. Just run past
Yeah.
Run for.
Will we be? Yeah.
Southampton to win 1-0.
Southampton win. What's that called? Comment in. Will you be sharing your game week? I will be sharing. Okay, when it rolls around to game week 16, we'll be releasing a game week 16 team. I'll also be doing sort of, I think, 3 different wildcard videos, looking at a bench boost, looking at how to get through it without a free hit and how to get through it with a free hit. So feel free to tune in for those, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Very much do appreciate that. Fulham Southampton, your opinion? We have a 1-0 from Mr. Oreo.
Yeah, Saints clean sheet, I think. Maybe 2-0. 2-0 Saints.
2-0 Saints. Clean sheet as well. I'm sure many people will like a clean sheet. You could Fulham are a weird side. They do look like they can score, especially at home as well. They definitely play a more adventurous game, which I think will suit Southampton. So you could definitely see Che Adams getting on the score sheet here. I think 2-1 actually. I think there could definitely be a Fulham 1. 2-0, 2-1. Definitely where I place hedge my bets. This guy's asking, is there a way to get in touch with you to get some tips? Yeah, go on Twitter. I'll leave it at the end of the stream. I'll log my Twitter in here. It's just JABT on Twitter, so hit me up on there, and I'll do what I can. Villa Palace. What are we saying?
You're the Palace correspondent.
I'm the Palace correspondent, but obviously that's a lot of bias. What I'll do is I'll place my proverbial realism cap on for this game, and if I'm being realistic, I genuinely think it's probably got a draw on this game. Maybe
a gold draw.
I think like a 2-2 draw. I think
2-2 is exactly what I was thinking.
I think a gold draw is a fair respect, but if I'm going for the backing of Palace, then I'd say like 3-1 Palace, but realistically probably like a 2-2 or something like that. Could even be a 0-0. You never know. El, what you saying?
Yep.
I think 1-0 Villa.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I think it'll be quite close, and then Grealish will nick one.
Grealish will nick one. The guys asking, don't used to put it any other way. Also on Reddit, I do post these kind of videos on Reddit. If you scroll through the fantasy pages, you'll see my link, so hit me up there. If not, just hit me up on the YouTube comments and any of my videos, and I'll respond to you there. Sorry, El, what was your prediction for that game? Got distracted. 1-0 Villa. Right, you can piss off. I'm not having you on here anymore. 1-0 that is.
Double clean sheet, to be fair, so it's probably a bit biased.
Yeah. The double clean sheet. Yeah, too much bias in play there. That doesn't count. Arsenal Chelsea. What are we saying?
Chelsea 3-0.
Chelsea 3-0.
4-0, yeah,
3-4. 4-0. Wow. I mean, it's very hard for me to argue. Combine those two words there. For Arsenal to sort of do well in this game. Obviously, you say, it's a London derby. Anything can happen. But Chelsea have looked so good and Arsenal have looked so bad that I think 3-0 is a very, very fair prediction.
Have Chelsea had a rest as well? They've not had a Carabao Cup match, have they?
No, I believe not. No, I don't think they have anyway. So they probably have had a rest.
I don't think they do. Yeah. A bit longer rest.
Obviously, I mean, to be fair, I was going to say I hope for Chelsea not to get a clean sheet, but basically all the Chelsea assets, the majority of Chelsea assets that people own aren't sort of in play. The only one is Kurt Zuma, who I owned and got rid of this week. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm more than happy for Arsenal to score one, but they're not going to win.
I'm gonna win. Man City, Newcastle. Come on, De Bruyne. Come on, Kevin De Bruyne.
Fingers crossed 4-0.
Fingers crossed 4-0. For Juan. You want?
No, none of that.
No. L.
Callum Wilson will get one. I do.
Nah,
You'll
I
get one.
City was so lucky to keep a clean sheet last game.
I think your prayers.
Got the head screws on this time.
I think your prayers will be answered, El, and Diaz and Cancelo will get benched anyway. So I think the nil's fine.
It's not even that. I think.
No, it most definitely is.
With the clean sheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want City to.
If I was gonna sway, I'd go 3-0 probably. That's what I'd sway towards. Yeah, very safe. They've
It's
been
always safe if you're not sure. Just say 4-0 for City.
4-0 for City. I mean they've been against like I feel like the safer result for City at the minute is just 1-0. Against these teams they're just putting 1-0s out of the bag.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing to watch.
Yeah, unfortunate. Hopefully we get a De Bruyne penalty. That'd be nice.
De Bruyne can just bag this week. I'll get rid of him. He rises by 0.1. I get Rashford in. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, I mean he's actually due a price drop this week. He's heading that way.
When he has a 20-pointer.
But I mean, yeah, if he gets a 20-pointer, he'll be on the rise for sure. Then we move on to Sheffield Everton. I mean, this is surely a predictable game.
Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Nothing crazy, but
Nothing
nil.
crazy.
No.
DCL to finally get a goal. He's got like 3 assists in a row. Hasn't had a goal in like 4 or 5 weeks. But still returning, to be fair to him. Yeah, can't complain.
Richarlison's back. They'll score more.
Yeah, I do think so. Everton 2, Sheffield United 1. Leeds Burnley.
What?
Did I
Oh,
say?
you're going for a goal for Sheffield?
Did I say 1?
A goal drip or something?
Yeah, go on then. I'll go with 1.
You said it.
I know. I had nil in my head, but out came 1.
Oh,
But
that's it.
No, that stupid brain.
the ye old brain. Yeah. The other way.
Obviously, the facts about his Mead.
But I mean mead. I know I haven't discussed the mead yet. Here's a question for you in the chat. Do you have mead, hot or cold? That is the FPL conundrum of this week. Mead, hot or cold?
I'd say warm.
Warm.
That's right.
Considering I was born in 1997, not
Not
1807.
the 18th century. Yeah, what room temperature? Maybe.
Could be room temperature. Yeah.
Leeds Burnley. Come on, man. Dallas and Bamford. Pull it out the bag.
Yeah, 3-0 lead.
Pull it out the bag. 20-0 leads. Give it to me. Dallas Penn Swatty. Inject it.
Get Sean Dyche fuming.
Sean Dyche. It's always nice to see Sean
Can't
Dyche.
believe I lost against Leeds.
It's Leeds. Nah. Very, very, very good. Yeah, Owen, bring us back down to earth. What are we saying?
I mean, I also own Bamford now, soon to be at least. So I think 2025, yeah, sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
I can see it being.
I mean, Burnley are very
I
good
don't-
defensively,
I don't
to be
see a
fair
Leeds
to them.
clean sheet here.
No.
Burnley are due something.
Yeah, I can agree with that. 2-1.
2-1 leads.
Yeah, 2-1's fair enough.
Yeah.
Bamford on the scoreline. I think it's very, very, very respectable. West Ham versus Brighton.
Maybe just like 1-0 West Ham.
You know what? I'll take it. Soufal assist. That'll do. He's on free kicks as well. He's taken some of the free kick duty away from Creswell, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice.
I'm happy to keep Cresswell. It's a bit of a sideways transfer to get.
It is a very sideways transfer. It frees up a little bit of money if you need that money to get in the players that you're mysteriously going to get in. But yeah.
I think if I didn't have either of them, I would go for Soufal now.
Yeah, Soufal looks like a bit of a baller. Good for the bonus points as well. Getting plenty of tackles.
Assists are higher than Cresswell at the moment as well.
That is, you know what, El? That is absolutely wonderful to hear. What about Liverpool versus West Bromwich Albion?
I hope that Liverpool don't get a clean sheet as well.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think the only person I know who's going to get a Robbo clean sheet is Sal, because I think Sal's going to bring him in. Obviously, you've got Evans oldies to chase down
in the
money league, and that it could be another big week for Robbo this week. You never know. Big Sal, big Sam. It's the same thing, isn't it? Big Sam could come in. Could come in and do a job. I mean, could get West Brom to score, but then it could be like a 4 or 5 on Liverpool. That'd be nice.
That's perfectly fine by me. Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, definitely.
Salahati, come on, man.
Lovely.
Let's go. FPL dreams are made. David Middlemass, triple captain. He's screaming from the rooftops. Wolves versus Tottenham to finish us off as we pass the hour mark.
Maybe like 3-1 Tottenham.
I was going to say, Wolves have looked pretty poor recently.
Yeah.
You know, just losing to Burnley, conceding a few goals. The defence doesn't look anywhere near what it was. I mean, it hasn't really all season, to be honest.
No, it's not.
But they're getting through games by, you know, Neto looks like decent going forward. But yeah, Spurs are just way too clinical at the minute, in my opinion. They did have a blunder against Leicester, but the way Mourinho kind of comes back from games, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Which I know. Prediction for the Wolves Spurs?
I don't think Spurs will score as many goals as we've seen them score. It seems that they've not necessarily slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
They've not been scoring as much.
You could see just see like a 1-0 Spurs here.
Yeah, I reckon. I don't think Wolves will score. I think it'll be 2-0.
2-0. I would be very happy with that. And Eric Dyer free kick to top us off. Thank you kindly. But yeah, boys, that's been a very, very constructive little talk there, going through, you know, Man United, the woes of Arsenal, the double game week, the blank game week, discussing game week 15. We've covered a lot there. Ahead of the Boxing Day fixtures. Last thing to say is I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas, enjoys himself, and well, you know, plans ahead for the FPL. And I've seen some people on Twitter and be like, you know, I'm glad there's lockdowns for the Christmas period, because it means that I don't have to put up with the family as I'm trying to wildcard ahead of game week 16. I can just have all my free time just to plan for the wildcard. That's fair enough. Yeah. Any questions? Hit me up on Twitter, JBT. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for joining me today, boys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Likewise, yeah.
And yeah, thanks for everyone in the chat for joining. Catch you in a bit.
Bye-bye.